They go left and right secretly. The Bible says he was a goodly child. So that is in the background. It's in the background that you were a goodly child. Perhaps you're a goodly child, a goodly girl, goodly boy. You are the type. Because you see, a lot of people, they want to serve God, but they have certain problems. You know, like one brother, he cannot, any girl he sees, he has to start sending text messages, videos, this, doing that, saying this, all sorts of things. They can't control themselves. And maybe God has preserved you. And such things are not attractive to you. Yes. And some people have a desire. There are people who have these perversions, and they have a strong desire to serve the Lord. But because of the perversions, it affects them. If they relate with somebody, it's changing into something. Yeah. So it's all in the background. It was a goodly child. Your childhood, you'll be surprised. God keeps you, God brings you, puts you in the church. It's all part of it. You don't know that all those things are part of the calling. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw that he was a goodly child, she hid him for 3 months. She could no longer hide him. She took for him an ark of bulrushes, dabbed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar to wit what would be happening to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came to wash herself at the river. There were no running water. You bath in the river. And her maidens walked along the riverside. And when she saw the ark, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child. And behold, the child was nga, nga, and she had compassion. Shagaba sota balaba sabando rama. All is in the background. Somebody's compassion. A woman's feelings. A woman's feeling. Just a normal woman's feelings. It's all in the background. You don't know how many things have happened to bring you to the place where God is calling you. You know, one day there was a Chinese boy. And his parents were Americans. So he grew up happily ever after. But then when he grew up and he went to, I don't know whether secondary school or university, the people were laughing at him. And they said, how can it be that you are Chinese? You are Chinese. And your parents are white Americans. And they were laughing at him in school. So he came home and he said, Mommy, Daddy, why am I Chinese? And you are, well, he had not noticed it before. He had not noticed it before. Are you listening to me? And then his mother said to him, his father said to him, I've been waiting for many years for you to ask me this question. So I'm going to tell you why. There's a background. There's a background to you sitting here. Yes. And he said, you are not Chinese. You are Korean. Yes. You are Korean. Yes. You are not Chinese. You are Korean. There is a background to where you find yourself and to the call of God. There's a background. And he said, during the Korean War, he said, your father and your mother, you see, he said, I and your mom, your Americans, we were in North Korea and we were escaping to South Korea. You remember North Korea is the whatever I don't know what it is, but then there's South Korea. Okay. So we were escaping. And he said we got to a bridge and there was shooting. No, if you have ever been in a city, I've been Accra when there's a coup d'etat. It's not a small, you hear like that. You hear, they hear I mean, if you are near, oh yes, I heard it myself. Ghana. Yeah. So he said there was shooting everywhere and it was raining and it was winter. Then your mommy, it was the father who gave the explanation. He said your mother, who he has known as his mother all his life, had a baby crying. Nga, 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 nga. And your mother said, let's stop. I said, no, we cannot stop because you could hear the sound. He said, let's stop. But there's a baby crying. So he said that she forced me to stop. I stopped in the middle of the danger and went out of the car and went down under. There was a bridge. He went under the bridge. And when we got there, he said there was a naked woman. Huh? A naked woman who had taken her clothes off. She had given birth to this baby and taken her clothes off, covered the baby, and used her body to cover the child. And he said, you were that child, and your mother was dead, and you were that child, and we picked you out and put you in the car. And that is why we brought you to America, and that's how come you are here. And he said, your mother gave her life for you. Your mother gave her life so that you'll be alive. Yes. There is a background and a reason for every calling and every situation and every position. When this guy heard this story, he said, no, I want to go back there. So eventually, he went back to Korea and he made his parents take him to the exact place. When he got there, he removed his clothes and laid down on the floor and cried. He said, Mama, you gave yourself for me. You gave your life so that I could live. And he was crying and screaming. It came in the news in Korea. He was crying naked on the floor that he's alive because his mother gave her life for him to be alive. Wrapped him in herself. He didn't know, and she died there holding the baby. Yeah. There is a background to your calling. And the background is the cross. And the background is your salvation. And the background are many people that are waiting and suffering and hoping that one of the young people will say, yes, Lord, I believe, I like it. I want to do it. Take it seriously, young girl. Take it seriously, young man. It's the most important and the only thing really that, for instance, if you ask me what I'm interested in, are you called? Are you not called? Are you called? Are you not called? There's a background. When Pharaoh's daughter went and called, he had a baby crying. And the child grew. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out to his own brethren and looked. And he saw the burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew. And then he became concerned. You see, the things you are concerned about, it reveals something is happening. You see, Moses being told in the Egyptian forest, you are called. It was just the last tip. The background, the fact of his heritage, where he was from, being taken out of the water, specially being saved, supernaturally going to Pharaoh's house, growing up in a rich woman's house and in a rich man's house, to give him a mentality of a rich man rather than the mentality of a poor man. Satako parabasola babandaraba. Out of prison he comes to rule. Ecclesiastes 4:14. Pray about it. God is calling you. God has called many people. And most of the people he calls young. What makes you think and what makes you feel? This is the call of God for your life. So today I'm sharing with you about the importance of the call. It's important because you don't know. And I said, Moses said, hey Lord, thank you for calling all these problems of the Israelites. Lord, in the palace, we have many things that we are doing here. All these imaginations and all these ideas about going to a promised land and all these things, Maybe you don't understand what it means to be in a palace. Wow. Wow. Small prosperity. It has quenched your calling. Small advancement. It has changed the way you are thinking. Huh? All these imaginations about Israel and Hebrew and whatever. Mama, you are from an old generation. Yes. One time somebody said to me, your father has money. That is why you are doing all these things. You say you are doing your calling because your father has money. Yes, my father had money. I don't apologize. I'm not apologizing for it. It's part of my background. God wanted me to come from a rich home. It's part of my background. There is a background to this calling. Oh, Jerusalem, how I wanted to gather you. I wanted to call you, but you were uncallable. You were uncallable. You were just thinking about something else. You wanted to be a soccer star. Sit down. One day, Derek Prince said that, he grew up in India. I think he was born in India. So he said, everybody in his family was a soldier. His father, his uncle, his grandfather, everybody was a soldier. Everybody was in the army. So he had a military background. He himself was also in the army. That was the background. Yeah, so when he talks about the military, he said anyway, one day there was a colonel or there was somebody there, and they had a message from the viceroy, who was like the governor, Gaggisberg, or the governor who was here for independence, Aden Clark. Yes, Sir Aden Clark. So he had a call, do you see, come for a meeting. For dinner, actually. It was for dinner. And the colonel, or I don't know what his rank was, he sent a message that he can't come because he has whatever. Derek Prince said that the trouble that came to the guy, he was almost dismissed from the army. Not knowing that the invitation to dinner was actually a command. Or not invitation as if it's as a prayer topic or maybe some kind of, would you like to come for dinner or, whatever. No, at all. It was, it's a command. He misunderstood it. He misunderstood the invitation. God's invitation is a command. You would think that, he's discussing with you or he's chatting with you. It's like when you are getting married and you say, I take you to be my husband and whatever. I leave my father and my mother and I join myself to. It doesn't mean my father shouldn't call me. You tell your father, Daddy, don't call me. I'm on my own now. I don't need you. You don't need me. I've taken a vow. I am one with my wife. Never call me. We are one now. You have misunderstood the English. You've misunderstood the English. I leave my father and my mother and I join myself. You leave what? You are leaving what? How are you leaving your father and your mother? You are joking. Don't misunderstand the English words that are being spoken. The fact that God is kindly saying, "Oh, would you like to, have dinner? Would you like to have?" It means come now. It means come now. That gentle invitation is actually a command about your life. You've misunderstood the whole thing. You've misunderstood the whole thing. Dinner. He told him, I have whatever. So the guy had the dinner in the mouth. I don't know what he was going to tell you at the dinner. Maybe at the dinner he was going to inform you that you are being appointed to be the next governor, deputy governor, or whatever. You don't even know what it is. He said you are busy. Oh, serious. Stand to your feet, everybody.
You've got to hear